The Silk Road, a path of peace and prosperity. Welcome to a journey along the Silk Road, a path of peace, prosperity, and connection that stretched across continents and centuries. As you listen, let the thought of ancient traders, travelers, and storytellers guide you into a state of calm and tranquility. The Silk Road wasn't just a route for goods, it was a bridge between cultures, a way for people to share ideas, art, and dreams. Tonight, we'll travel softly along this ancient path, from bustling markets of China to the distant lands of Persia, India, and beyond. You'll hear the stories of those who walked this road, their gentle footsteps carrying silks, spices, and the hopes of peaceful exchange. Let this tale of quiet adventure ease your mind and help you drift off to sleep, knowing that, like the Silk Road, life is full of calm connections and peaceful journeys. Chapter 1: The Birth of the Silk Road, a quiet beginning. Imagine yourself in ancient China, over 2,000 years ago. The land is calm and still, with the soft hum of daily life surrounding you. In the Far East, the beautiful fabric of silk is being spun and woven by skilled hands. Picture the delicate threads shimmering softly in the light as they come together to form something smooth, something luxurious. At this time, China was a world apart. Its people lived in peaceful isolation, creating silk and other treasures that the rest of the world had never seen. But soon, a path would form, one that would connect China to the rest of the world in ways no one could have ever imagined. Close your eyes and imagine the first travelers setting out, their footsteps light on the dusty road. They didn't know then that this path, winding through deserts and mountains, would become one of the most important trade routes in history. It started small, with only a few caravans carrying silk. But as the year passed, more and more people followed, and the Silk Road was born. This road wasn't loud or chaotic. It was a gentle ribbon of connection, winding through vast, peaceful landscapes. Chapter 2: Traveling the Silk Road, the sounds and sights of tranquility. As we travel along the Silk Road, imagine the soft sounds of camels' hooves pressing into the sand, the quiet murmurs of traders speaking in different languages, and the gentle breeze that carried their words across the desert. There was no rush, no hurry. The Silk Road was a slow, peaceful journey, a path where time seemed to stretch out like the horizon. Picture yourself on the back of a camel, swaying gently with its steps. The sky above you is endless, a deep blue that stretches from one side of the world to the other. The sun is warm, but the air is cool and calming. Around you, the desert is vast and quiet, with only the softest sounds of life. Ahead of you, the silhouette of a distant caravan comes into view, its figures small against the backdrop of towering mountains. These travelers have come from afar, bringing with them spices, perfumes, and stories. As your caravan meets theirs, there is no loud exchange, just the soft sharing of goods, the peaceful exchange of gift of ideas. Feel the sense of peace that comes with this connection. The Silk Road was not just a route for goods, it was a path of trust where people from different cultures met, learned from each other, and left in peace. Imagine the quiet joy that filled these moments, the feeling of mutual respect and understanding. Chapter 3: The Beauty of Silk, a Gentle Treasure. Now, picture the heart of the Silk Road, its namesake, silk. This delicate fabric, so soft and smooth, was more than just a luxury. It was a symbol of beauty, craftsmanship, and connection. Imagine the first time a trader from the West laid eyes on this shimmering fabric, running their fingers over its surface, feeling the gentle coolness of the silk. Silk was prized not for its loudness, but for its quiet elegance. Like the Silk Road itself, it spoke softly of beauty and grace. It was something to be cherished, something that brought calm to those who touched it. As you listen, imagine yourself wrapped around a silk robe, feeling its softness against your skin. Let its lightness calm you. Let its smoothness bring you peace. The Silk Road carried this treasure across thousands of miles, and with it, a sense of tranquility that spread from China to the farthest corners of the world. Chapter 4: Beyond Goods, the exchange of ideas and culture. The Silk Road wasn't just a path for material goods. It was a path for ideas, art, and culture. Imagine the quiet conversations between scholars and philosophers, sitting together under the stars, sharing their thought on life, the universe, and everything in between. As the caravans traveled from the east to west, they carried more than silk and spices. They carried stories. Picture the soft glow of a campfire at night, the air cool and still. Around the fire, travelers from different lands sit together, their voices low and soothing. One tells a story from China about a dragon that guards the mountains. Another shares a tale from Persia of a great king who ruled with wisdom and kindness. These stories drift through the night air, blending together like the colors of the sky at dusk. They're not loud or boastful, but quiet and thoughtful, shared with the understanding that stories, like silk, can connect us all. As you listen, let your mind drift with these ancient tales. Feel the calm that comes from knowing that across time and space, people have always shared stories, always sought to connect in peace. Chapter 5: The Quiet Role of the Silk Road in History. Over time, the Silk Road became more than just a trade route. It became a symbol of peace and prosperity. It was a reminder that even in a world divided by mountains, deserts, and oceans, people could come together and share what they had. Imagine the quiet triumph of this path, winding through the centuries. It wasn't a road built on war or conflict, but on the simple, peaceful exchange of goods and ideas. It carried the hopes of empires and the dreams of individuals, all bound together by a common desire for connection. Let the thought of this peaceful road bring you comfort. The Silk Road, though long and winding, was a path of patience, trust, and mutual respect. It reminds us that even in the vastness of the world, there is always a way to connect, always a way to find peace. As we come to the end of our journey, let's reflect on the quiet beauty of the Silk Road. It was a path of prosperity, but more importantly, it was a path of peace. It carried not just silks and spices, but the hopes of people who sought to connect across the distances of land and time. As you drift off to sleep, let the soft sounds of the Silk Road fill your mind. Let the gentle steps of camels, the quiet conversations around the campfire, the soft rustle of silk in the wind, feel the peace that comes from knowing that even in a world as vast as ours, there is always a path to connection, always a way to find tranquility. Good night, and may you dream of distant lands, peaceful journeys, and the quiet prosperity of the Silk Road.